Warning, the following program may contain harsh language that's not suitable for younger audiences. Discretion is advised.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Atari, the fun is back.
It's the closest thing to the real thing.
Welcome everyone to this episode of Vetrix Radio. We'll be talking about Stromous Zone.
What the?
Yeah, we haven't done the Vetrix Radio in a while either, Rick. Okay, we'll get serious now. On this episode of Space 1999, no, that's the wrong one. I miss talking to Rick. He's my buddy. Anyway.
I miss you too.
Welcome everyone to this episode of InTariVisions, where today we'll be talking about LadyBug and its cool translations to our beloved consoles, the Atari 2600, the Intellivision, and the ColecoVision. But before we get started, let's say what our other co-hosts have been doing. Mr. Rick Reynolds, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Besides avoiding me.
Sitting at home, working from home, not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere.
I've been leading some virtual Boy Scout stuff over Zoom meetings.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, going through some of the the things that they need to learn for the requirements for the next rank, that kind of thing. So I've been leading some of that.
That's awesome. That's cool you're able to do that.
Yeah, it's not great, right? I mean, we prefer to be camping, but
well, yeah. Well, at least it gives the kids something to do. I mean,
right. I
mean, that's
yeah.
cool.
I always get to the end of one of the things, and I go, and homework. Get to work on this.
Well, see, what you got to do is you have like a virtual camp out. You get like your camera, put in the backyard, and put a tent up, and do a Zoom meeting from the backyard in a tent.
Yeah.
Virtual camp out.
Well, you laugh, but that's a thing that they're looking at for, like they might have an agenda where it's like, okay, during this camp out, you're going to build a fire, tie these knots, pitch a tent, whatever the things are. And so you do that thing and you take a picture and then you share it somewhere on social media.
Oh, wow.
And, all the different campers see everybody doing their thing. It's not the same as being together, of course, but
no.
So if I build a fire in my backyard, can I send it to you and give me a badge?
I don't think you get a badge just for building a fire.
Dang it. Because I'm good at starting fires.
There's no Pyromaniacs badge that you can earn.
Don't touch my stapler.
Yeah.
I put the podcast down. And, Mr. Ferg, what have you been up to since the last time we were recording?
Going to work and not sleeping, basically.
Ooh, not sleeping.
Yeah. No.
What the heck are you doing?
I don't know. I'm trying, but it's not working too well.
Got insomnia?
I guess so. It's weird to have insomnia in the daytime.
I got a ball bat. I got a ball bat I can send you, man.
Oh, what?
Ball bat. Whack.
What is that?
Knock you over the head. Knock you out, man.
Oh.
Whack.
I was going to say,
that might be the only thing that'll work.
Insomnia in the daytime, the rest of us just call that being awake.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, do you have Netflix?
I do, yeah.
Well, watch Bob Ross.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
You'll have a happy little accident and fall asleep.
If I have a happy little accident, I have to change my drawers after that.
Woohoo! Those are my favorite kind of happy accidents.
Oh, my. I don't know what's going on over there, Willie.
Anyway, well,
what have you been doing, Willie?
What have I been doing? I shaved my head.
I saw, yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Looks
that,
good.
too.
My hair got pretty close to being on my shoulders. It was getting pretty long.
Really?
Because I wasn't traveling anywhere. So if I wasn't traveling, I wasn't getting my hair cut. Well, you could get a haircut anyway. So, I don't like long hair because it gets hot and it's summertime.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, wife, shave my head. She looks at me, she goes, what? What'd you say? I want to shave my head. Okay. So we went in the backyard And she had the best. I wish she would have took pictures of it, because the first thing she did is she shaved the middle part of my head, and I look like Pennywise. I was like, man, you should have took a picture of that. That would have been funny to post.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, shaved my head. Almost shaved my eyebrows today. I got bored.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to shave my eyebrows.
You need something more constructive to do, Willie.
But anyway, aside that, I've been making videos, doing stuff like that. I have been picking stuff up, but I've been doing virtual pickups, through Amazon, stuff like that. Not been really going anywhere either. I've been locked up in this house for 45 frickin' days. But I'm handling it well. The wife, not so much. She's about ready to kill me.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I get bored, I like to harass her. Cause all kinds of problems, But my favorite thing to do is I'll wait till she's asleep, and I'll get a paper bag and blow it up, and go pop it right in the doorway.
Oh, my gosh.
I can see how high she jumps off the bed. So far, I got a foot off the bed.
Oh, my gosh.
And then I run and hide.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, before we start talking about LadyBug, before Ferg starts talking about LadyBug in the arcade, did you guys see the post from Dr. Ports on the Intellivision version of Omega Race?
I did.
Oh,
It looks great.
Oh, Ferg said, he goes, we got another game to add to the list, so we need to make sure we add that to the InTariVisions list to talk about Omega Race when it comes out for the Intellivision. Because all three of our consoles has that one.
Yep.
As well as Wizard of War now.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, yeah. And plus, the 2600 has a kick-ass version now.
Yep.
That I absolutely love. So, we got to update our list.
Right.
I actually been updating it. If you take a look, it's got some updates. I think all it needs is a Mega Race. I don't think I knew ColecoVision had a Mega Race.
I don't pay attention to what you do.
Yeah, I just checked that today. I was surprised to see it there.
What? You didn't know ColecoVision had a Mega Race?
I didn't know.
I'm
sorry.
What rock you been under? It's one of the early titles, man.
It's just some television rock. That's where I've been at.
Television rock. All right. Anyway, let's start off with the arcade game LadyBug. Mr. Ferg.
All right. LadyBug is a 1981 arcade game released by Universal, who also released Cosmic Adventure and Mr. Do. LadyBug is a maze game where you play as a ladybug. Wow. You have to go through the maze eating flowers like the dots in Pac-Man, yellow, red, and blue letters, and vegetables. The biggest difference from Pac-Man is that you are able to shift parts of the maze. There's 20 gates in the arcade maze that you can move and move back at will to avoid enemy bugs, and the bugs cannot move the gates. There are 8 different kinds of bugs, and they come from the center of the maze in groups of 4. Is there 8? I guess there's 8, yeah. The bugs in each level are the same for the first 8 levels, and then, okay, hold on.
Somebody didn't do their research properly.
The headphone thing finally came up.
The what just came up?
The headphone pop-up finally came up, like 10 minutes later.
What kind of computer do you have, a 286?
Slow, yeah, very slow. And now it's not responding. And now it's doing it again.
Nice.
Come on.
As we wait for the USB subsystem to reboot itself.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so where was I now? Okay, the bugs are released from the center one at a time. Oh, did I finish that? No. There are 8 different bugs, and they come... Willie's not going to end any of this. Or
No, it's not.
Oh, heck no. It's going out raw.
All right, 8 different bugs come from the center of the maze in groups of 4. It's called the bug box, I think.
Yep.
The bugs in each level are the same for the first 8 levels, then you get a mix of different bugs after that. The bugs are released from the center one at a time, and the maze border will act as a timer so you can tell when the next enemy will be released. Once all 4 are released, a vegetable appears in the center that you can eat for bonus points. And it will also immobilize the enemies for a few seconds when you eat it, but they're still deadly to the touch. There are also skull icons randomly in the maze, and these are deadly both to the enemy insects and the ladybug. This is a lot of explanation for this game.
Yes,
there are letters and hearts randomly scattered through the maze, which cycle through 3 colors as you play. Briefly red, then slightly longer as yellow, and longest as blue. Hearts are worth points depending on the color, but collecting them when they are blue will increase the score multiplier. The letters make up the words special or extra. Special must be collected in all red letters. If this happens in the arcade game, you get a free game. In some of the home versions, you get a bonus screen called the Vegetable Harvest, where you collect as many vegetables as you can before time runs out. Extra must be collected in all yellow letters, and you'll receive an extra Ladybug and immediately advance to the next level. And I think in the arcade game special got you an extra credit, right?
Yeah.
Yes. That's pretty... Wow! This game is pretty involved.
It is, yeah.
Of course, I kind of like how you started off reading this like the Micro Machines guy.
Oh, sorry.
He was fast, man. Woo!
Rest in peace, John Machida. Or is he still alive? I don't know.
So, Mr. Ferg, when was the first time you played Ladybug in the arcade game?
I don't remember Ladybug in the arcades at all.
Really?
I don't know if I've ever played the arcade version. I mean, I played so many arcade games back then. I mean, in an actual arcade, in an arcade machine. Oh, okay. I played it on MAME, but just not. I can't remember. I don't remember ever seeing it.
Well, what do you think of the arcade game?
Oh, it's awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it.
What's the most challenging thing for you playing the arcade game?
The most challenging thing is waiting for the damn letters to turn red.
Yes. Yep. That is maddening. How about you, Mr. What was your name? Rick. I'm serious, man. My mind just went blank. It does it every once in a while.
Oh, I know.
It's the voices in my head.
I cannot criticize you. If you've listened to the Intellivisionaries, you know that names, not my thing. So anyway. No. Now, I love LadyBug. I have memories of playing it in the arcade. I don't remember which arcade, but I remember playing the game. And honestly, I think back then I saw it as an also-ran Pac-Man knockoff kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So I don't think I was excited about it back then because I was like super hyper about Pac-Man. Like Pac-Man was my thing. But so years ago, I have a MAME machine. I built it into a MAME cabinet, and I'm one of the in my social circles, I'm like the only guy that has this stuff, right?
You have social circles?
Well, I had social circles at one time. Yeah. But yeah, so I thought it'd be fun to do arcade parties. And so once a month for a while, people would come over in my basement, and we'd pick 4 games on the MAME machine and all try to get the highest score we could on each one, and order pizza or something like that. It was pretty fun. And I don't remember what other games we played on the night we played in LadyBug, but we had a night where LadyBug was one of the games, and I mean, nobody wanted to play anything else. It was the hit of the night, and we just kept playing it. And as more people were playing it, it was very clear that different people had different strategies for it in terms of goals they were trying to do versus you can clear the screen quickly, or you can wait for the colors to change, or there's all the kinds of ways of boosting your score. And it kind of revealed some depth to this game that maybe isn't obvious the first time you play it.
No.
So so anyway, we had a great time with that. I love conceptually, I love the idea that the vegetables are there as a analog to the fruits in Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Fruits and vegetables. I mean, it's kind of cool, kind of works. But as an arcade feature, that special is annoying. Like I don't think I don't think certainly today it's useless in terms of because I have a MAME machine. I don't need a free game, right? But I think back then, even since that was a feature that doesn't help me get a higher score, right? It seemed like a feature I didn't want. I wanted just the extra lives or something like that, right? So it's an interesting mechanic in a coin-op game, and we'll talk about what Atari and the ColecoVision version did to make that different in the home port. But yeah, I think this game is great. I think there's more depth to it than you first think when you start playing it, and I could play it and play it and play it.
Well, so you need to modify your MAME machine and change the LadyBug program so when you do spell out special, it activates a little solenoid and it drops a beer out of the board.
Now that would be a feature worth having, sure.
Oh, heck yeah. I love LadyBug. I played it quite a bit in the arcade. Usually with a Pac-Man machine was surrounded by people, I would play LadyBug. And I think one of the things I like about LadyBug is you're able to change the mazes around, which adds a whole new level of strategy to try to avoid, the bugs that are chasing you, especially if you have a situation where you got a skull at one of the openings where you actually wall yourself in to protect yourself from the bugs if they get too close to you. I think it's pretty cool. I like how you have all the different vegetables that you collect to take the place of the fruit. It's kind of a vegetarian Pac-Man type game.
Yeah.
He doesn't eat meat, He doesn't eat the other bugs or anything like that. Like Pac-Man, he's a carnivore eating those ghosts. But anyway, so let's move on to the Atari 2600 version, which was not an official release. It's a homebrew that was done by an incredible programmer, Johnny Champeau. I am terrible at pronouncing names. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Champ Games.
Champ Games.
Yep.
And this is one of the early homebrew games I purchased for my Atari 2600 that I absolutely love playing. It's actually a really good conversion of the game to the 2600. What are your thoughts on the game, Berg?
Well, it came out in 2006. There is it was before all the ARM processor nonsense that he does.
Yeah.
So he had to work within the confines of the system. So if you notice, everything is symmetrical.
Yes.
If a gate opens on one side, it'll open on the other side. The timer doesn't go clockwise; it goes, from the center all the way around, and both sides.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
But I mean, it's smaller, of course, than its arcade counterpart, but it plays really well. And the sound, I was surprised at the sound he got out of it, because the sound is really, really good. There's always sounds going on. It's not like a really quiet 2600 game, which I like sometimes, but not all the time. And it's amazing. It's amazing. It's too bad that they couldn't, I want to say it's 8K. I forgot to check that. I'm not positive about that, but I don't think they were doing 8K games at that point, Coleco. That might have been why they didn't do it. Did it? Now I can't remember if it was advertised. I know, what's the other one I just mentioned? Cosmic Avenger was advertised, but that never came out either.
Yep.
And Turbo. I don't know if this one was advertised or not.
I don't know. I don't recall.
Yeah.
But I do like the reproduction box that was made.
Yeah, Brian Mathern actually commented on it. He let me know that this was it looks like the Coleco, the 2600 Coleco boxes. They made 100 of them, and that was it. And then they went to Nathan Strum's artwork, which you can see underneath there. That's the one I have. I don't have the Coleco one.
Awesome.
Which one you have, Willie?
I have just the cartridge. I don't have the box.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I missed out on getting the box version. I would have loved to have had that, but
I
got the cartridge at least, and so that's better than nothing.
Yes.
But I love this game on the 2600. He did a really good job with it.
He did.
What do you think about it, Rick?
Yeah, this game is great. It's super fun. Like you said, Ferg, the playability is all here.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the backgrounds are mirrored, my younger son was watching me play as I was taking show notes and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize that when you do one on one side, it flips the one on the other side." I said, "That's just the 2600 guy."
Yeah.
I said he's taking advantage of a mirroring thing there, and he goes, "Oh, okay." So, but yeah, it is surprisingly good. Like, it's really good. Yeah. I did notice, and my son noticed this too, you do have a good bit of flicker just because the 2600 is going to have flicker with as many things on the screen.
Yes.
But it's not crazy flicker. It's not Pac-Man,
No, it's nothing like that at all.
Yeah, the flicker's very tolerable, I guess. Mm-hmm. And it actually looks, so I played it on a CRT. It looks great on a CRT. Like, whatever flicker's going on is not bad flicker, if you will. So,
right.
It's just because there's so many things on the screen. You can't get away from that. And the sounds, like you said, it seemed pretty authentic to me. I was, again, surprised at how good the sound comes out.
Mm-hmm.
The bugs look great. I mean, better than another port that we're going to talk about here. But yeah, I mean, I was playing along and I got to like a centipede level or something like that. And that thing was wiggling and moving, and you could just see everything it was doing. It was great. I was really impressed with this with the 2600 version.
Awesome. Now this is the one that has the vegetable harvest in it, right?
Yes.
This in Coleco, yeah.
Yeah, I like that screen. I think it's a kind of cool little screen they added in there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's a super cool way to have the special be meaningful, right?
Yes.
In a home game, who wants a free game? I can hit reset. Like, it's not. I don't need to earn that. I can do that with my finger. So yeah, having that there as a way of making it a great way to boost points, is a good reward for that.
Yeah.
So, Rick, let's start talking about the LadyBug version, the television version.
Yeah, so I'm going to be defending the Intellivision version, I think. It doesn't look as good as the other two versions. It just looks blockier. And it's weird because it's clearly, they're using the Intellivision tiles as a unit of the maze as you're moving around. So the maze seems crunched compared to the 2600, right? Because it's kind of, everything's close together. And of course they took out the special thing. You can't, all you do is spell extra in this version. And if you spell extra, you get an extra guy. There is no special. And it's interesting because, like, is this who made the port? Who did this one? I don't remember. Coleco, right? So Coleco did this port, and they did the ColecoVision port. So it's kind of like, why didn't they put the garden in this one? I don't understand that. I was kind of wondering if some of the company did this or had the rights for but no, it's Coleco, so I don't get it. So yeah, they just left it out, which is weird, but it's maybe one less thing to worry about if you want to look at it that way. So it looks a little blocky. The bugs don't look great. I'm playing with my brother. I'm playing with my son. Gosh, man, brother, where'd that come from? I'm playing with my son sitting there, and we're playing, and he's like, "What are those supposed to be?" I said, "I don't know." It's like the intermediate screen tells you you're moving on to the next vegetable. This is the cucumber level. It's the whatever level, the radish. Right. It doesn't tell you this thing's supposed to be an earwig or something. I don't know what it is. And some of them look just weird. They just look like a mass of pixels with pixels running around it or something. They're not. They could have done better, I think, on the sprites for the bugs. I think they're just using an 8x8 sprite and not doing anything more with it.
Oh, gotcha.
So it looks. I think it's unfortunate that this amazing 2600 port comes out later when we've learned all these tricks and how to manipulate this machine and all that kind of stuff. Comparing it to an in the market release back with Intellivision, and I think it looks better than the Intellivision version. So that's unfortunate for my beloved Intellivision. But
there is 20-year difference, though.
Yeah, right, you got to think people's learned the hardware and they've learned the tricks and tweaks, and it'd be kind of cool if somebody were to do another release for the Intellivision using modern programming techniques, not using an ARM processor or anything like that.
Yeah,
but actually use what they did back then and make a better LadyBug.
Yeah. But I'm going to say this. And just one more note about the LadyBug looks decent, but he looks a little squashed. Like, he's not round and fat like the other two versions, and like what I think about when I see the arcade.
He's kind of a flat LadyBug.
He looks squashed down vertically in some way. But I am going to say it is fun.
Yes.
I have a lot of fun with this on the Intellivision. I think it is one of the better arcade ports on the Intellivision system in the original releases. So the gameplay is there, and I do enjoy it a ton. But I will admit that graphically, it's not holding itself up well against the other two.
No. What do you think about it, Ferg?
I did like it. The only problem I had was working the controller. I'm still having trouble getting used to the controller. Yeah, I would run into walls and get killed, and run into the Pac-Man monsters that were scattered around there for some reason.
They were lost.
Yeah.
It's
Still do look a little funny.
Yeah, but Rick is right. The gameplay is definitely there. The things I noticed, the gates that weren't aligned, they were a little bit confusing at first. I guess that's the tile thing that you were talking about, Rick.
Maybe.
Yeah. I didn't understand why they colored the flowers all three colors instead of just white. Unless that was something they had to do because of the system. I don't know.
It shouldn't be, because it looks like those are on, they're just the only thing on the tile.
Okay.
I think, the blue ones could be colored blue because they're near a blue wall.
Oh, I see.
But the others, could be, if they're sharing with there's only one color per tile. So if they're sharing like with a white gate, maybe it has to be white.
Gotcha.
So.
And the power-ups weren't outlined. It was kind of hard to tell them apart from the other stuff sometimes. The colors cycled a lot quicker in this version than the other two, I think.
Yeah, red goes super fast on this one.
Yeah.
And you can honestly, on this one, the red doesn't matter, right? So.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about
pointless.
That. Maybe that's why they did that.
Real quick. There we go.
And then you could go into the bug box and not lose a life, unlike the other two. When the bugs were in there.
Oh, you mean when there's no fruit to have, no vegetable?
Right, when there's a bug in there, you can go in there.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Try that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And the bugs seem stupider in this version. They ran into the monsters a lot more often to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
The AI just wasn't as good.
I guess. I don't know, but I mean, it's still a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this port.
Yeah, I think I played this game the most of the past few episodes we've done.
It's funny, Ferg, you talking about the controller. Me being the Intellivision guy, I played this with an arcade joystick. So.
Oh.
I had a great time.
I think his scores are going to be thrown out. Oh, man. Yeah, the Intellivision version, I really enjoy that one as well. I seem to have a little bit better control over this game than I do on the 2600 version for some reason. On the 2600 version, I kept getting stuck. Whereas on the Intellivision version, I wasn't getting stuck as much. Probably because the way I was using the disc controller, I was just spinning my thumb around on it.
Yeah, that's
I
what
guess.
I too.
Okay.
But it's a pretty good version of the game. Of course, you get to the ColecoVision version, which is really, really awesome.
Yeah.
The graphics and sound effects looks really close to the arcade. The screen setup is very similar to the arcade. That's one of the things that the ColecoVision did, back then, was when they released these conversions of arcade games, they tried to make them as close as they could with what was there to give you that kind of arcade at home feel, which I always thought was kind of cool. I already said this, the sound effects of this game. I'm repeating myself. What do you think about it, Ferg?
I really like this one. Like you said, it's the closest to the arcade version. It was a lot more challenging than the other two, but it was more gratifying when you did well. And you don't get any of the weird Coleco pastel colors in this, I don't think. It seemed like really close, the colors, to the arcade version. And it was really hard. When you got a vegetable in the bug box, it was hard to get in there.
Yes.
I think out of the three.
Yes, I did have that problem trying to get the vegetable in the bug box.
I wasn't able to get the special either on the Coleco.
Neither was I. I tried a few times. I just couldn't get it.
I got it at least once.
Oh, shit.
Jeff. He was using that MAME thing again, man. I was using my CollectorVision Phoenix and a ColecoVision controller, man.
Oh my.
Oh, you know what else? When I first played it, I thought something was wrong with my cart because the angel just sat there. I was like, why isn't the angel flying away?
I noticed that. The death animation doesn't animate. It just sits there.
No. Yep.
What do you think of it, Rick?
Yeah, I mean, this looks great. It's a great-looking version of the game for sure. I love the way the bugs look in this one. The LadyBug looks good. Everything about it looks really, really good. It's reasonably fun to play. This one's the one I like the least in terms of gameplay, though. Maybe because it was harder. Maybe I felt that. Consciously, didn't put that in or something. But it like the Intellivision version cycles through the red really fast.
Yeah.
Like it was super hard to get the special.
Yeah.
To get all those letters. So that was a thing. But I had handling problems with this. I was constantly getting stuck trying to make a turn, and I would run into the wall. And I mean, so much more with this version than the other two. And so that kind of really ruined it for me. I enjoyed it when it was going well, and then I'd get frustrated with the handling.
Yeah, I tend to get stuck on the doors. I would get stuck in between sometimes.
Yeah.
When I was trying to flip the doors around.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a good working ColecoVision controller either, so that didn't help me.
I played all three of these with an arcade stick, so it was...
all his scores were thrown out.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
That's funny.
Hey, what's wrong with your ColecoVision controller?
I don't know. It just the Super Action controller that you sent me doesn't work. I don't know. It just kind of crapped out one day, and the regular stubby controllers, they all have problems. So.
What about the FX 500?
I don't have one for ColecoVision.
But you can still use it, man.
How?
Plug it in.
Yeah, but how do you pick the game then?
You use the number. You use the second controller plugged in.
You can use the second controller?
Yeah, plug it into the second port.
Shit.
And use the keypad to.
Oh my
to select
god!
the game
I had no
level
idea you could do that.
Oh my
Fuck.
god! Damn it!
Damn it! All right, I'll have to try that when we get off.
Yeah, that's a little trick you can do.
Oh damn! I had no idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like you're opening your coat and showing me the
the eggplant level.
Hey kid, you want to buy an XJ500?
Like that here. You see, I have a.
We don't want to hear what you have.
Too bad. I have a DB9 Y cable that I use, so I plug in the ColecoVision on one side and the arcade stick on the other.
Gotcha.
Oh, so you was playing on real hardware, but you were using a arcade stick.
Correct.
I'm still throwing your scores out. You had better control than we did. Anyway.
Oh, I could probably if I plug the Coleco controller into the left or the right port, I can use the Aladdin stick I have on the left side.
There you go. You got an Aladdin controller, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
All right. Nice.
All right. Game on, man.
And then Will, you'll throw your scores out too. It'll be great.
I have plans, man. I have plans. I think I'm the only one to use original controllers.
Oh boy.
No, I did.
Okay, that's good. Awesome. So let's talk about scores. Let's start with the 2600 version. I'm going to. No, I'll let Ferg lead off because that's his console. So what'd you get? What'd you get on the Atari version?
I got 105,330 because I made a special one once. And man, you can rack up the points with that.
Mm-hmm.
Rick?
I got 137,680.
God, I suck at playing games, man.
I guess you got a special too, Rick.
I did indeed.
Yeah.
I didn't get no special. I was stuck with 17,790. God, I suck at games.
Oh.
I don't know why I do this to myself.
Mm.
Okay, Rick, let's go over the television. What'd you get on that one?
I got 109,160.
Oh, you fucking bastard. Damn it. What about you, Ferg?
51,700.
I got 24,610. I don't know if I want to do the Coleco one now. Got 10,160 on the ColecoVision version.
Oh boy.
What'd you get, Rick?
65,510.
Bitch. Ferg?
I got 40,030.
I gotta play more games, man. Jiminy Christmas. I can't believe I'm that bad. Wow.
I'm usually good at maze, Pac-Man-y kind of games. These are my kind of games.
Oh, so we're in your wheelhouse.
You are, honestly. Yeah.
So we need to put off Wizard of War until I practice some more.
Don't worry, you'll start whipping up on me again soon.
The Wizard of War is my game. I love that game.
All right.
So.
I love it, but I'm no good at it, so...
Excellent. That makes me even want to play it even more. So, out of the three versions, which one do you think is the most enjoyable to play? To disregard, take into account the graphics, the gameplay, the sounds all together, and which one of the three do you feel is probably the one you'd like to go back to play? Ferg.
I'm going to pick the Coleco version because of the trick you just told me.
Advantage Willie!
Yeah.
What about you, Rick?
I'm going to pick the Atari 2600.
Yeah.
I was super impressed with that version. I really enjoyed it.
Of the three versions, if you take into account everything overall and tick all the boxes, I kind of prefer playing the 2600 version myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even though it's graphically looks really nice on the ColecoVision, it's got some great sounds, but it comes down to controllability. I had less problems controlling my little LadyBug in 2600 than I did in the other two ports. Gotcha. And I like the sounds in it as well. And it seems to be, even though my score really sucks, it's a fairly easier game for me to play, as you can't tell, though. I am depressed. I'm going to go shave my eyebrows.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway. So that's what we had. One Coleco and two 2600. So it looks like the 2600 port by Champ Games is the winner.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
I feel bad not picking.
What's it say when the podcast host doesn't pick his own console?
And if it matters, I did look it up. It's 16K. 16K ROM. So.
Wow. I didn't realize it was a 16K cart.
Yeah. You can, just by looking at it, 8K seems kind of dicey, but 16K for sure.
Yeah.
It looks really good. It's a beautiful game.
Yeah, it's definitely one you want to have in your Atari collection. It's definitely one of those.
Yeah.
So, what game should we talk about next time? Where's the list?
I think Rick and I have it up here. We have Boulder Dash. We have Dig Dug, Donkey Kong Jr., Jungle Hunt, a couple that we added, Moonsweeper, Mousetrap, Omega Race. Oh, Omega Race isn't out yet for the...
Yeah, when it comes out.
Okay. Pitfall and Wizard of War.
Well, we ain't doing Wizard of War because I got to practice on that one. I ain't going to get my ass kicked on my game. Well, what do you think? What's your vote, Rick?
Oh, wow. Well, why don't we do Dig Dug?
I knew he was going to say that because it's a maze game.
And then, but then we'll have a few in between before we go back to Boulder Dash. Those games are kind of similar.
Oh, I see. Okay,
yeah,
that's true. Okay.
So, what do you think about that, Ferg? Dig Dug?
Yeah, Dig Dug's. I love Dig Dug.
Okay, so I guess the next one we'll talk about is Doug Dig. Awesome. Digging the Doug. So, until next time, everyone, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
The Atari Video Computer System. More games, more fun.
No other company offers you as many different video game cartridges as Atari.
I played on ColecoVision. I played on ColecoVision. Mattel's M-Network and Imagine. We played on ColecoVision.
Intellivision from Mattel Electronics. In my opinion, if you try them both, there's only one conclusion you can come to.
More games, more fun.
Having technical furgatries, but we can hear you just fine.
It's not feeding back or anything?
No.
Okay.
No, it's only Rick that sounds like he's out in the field somewhere.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, what? Oh, okay. Now, wait a second. You guys. I didn't even question everything.
Oh, he's mumbling. Oh, here we go. It's going to be one of those shows. Oh, he's mumbling some more. Oh, Mr. Cranky Pants.
Where is...
It sounds like we're on a runway, like on a jet or something.
Yeah.
It's like, Mr. Reynolds, you're clear on runway 12.
Is that any better?
Ooh! Now he's got his radio voice thing.
Oh.
Is that any better, gentlemen?
Is that any better, gentlemen? Do you happen to have any Grey Poupon?
I gotta do some show research tonight for Greatest American Heroes. I can't get too loose here.
Look at this, look at this. He's done 2 episodes of that, and I'm still waiting for Space 1999.
At least you had one of them come out.
You rat bastard.
We gotta get like another date.
Besides, you feel like doing it again.
When I deign you with a date to possibly do this show.
Hey, man, you know, you like to do a Space 99 podcast, man? I think kind of fun. Yeah, I'll do it. What do you... Don't hear from him again.
Crickets.
Crickets. Like, son of a...
The chess on the 5200?
We're going to talk about chess on this episode of InTariVisions. And, you
From,
know, it's Rick's fault we're talking about this right now. Because he's got this absurd fascination for chess. Get me crazy. All right. But chess, why do you want to talk about chess?
We don't have to. Relax.
Yeah,
Everybody
how
relax.
boring that would be for people. Knight to Rook 3. What'd you think of this chess game, Rick? Oh, I thought it was pretty cool. That knight took that rook.
Well, we could host a few of those, run them against each other videos, and then come on the podcast and talk about them and say, hey, go watch our videos. They're cool. Yeah.
Have our respective consoles up and having them play each other and shit.
Well, the problem,
I can sit there and go, oh, the tension. Oh, my gosh, I'm chewing my nails. Oh, my king get cleaned. Oh, my God.
well, that's you're basically describing the video that Ferg and I made, Willie, and I don't appreciate the sarcasm in the tone.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't know you had a 7800.
Yeah, I got the complete set.
Hold on. Oh, that's right. You got Tank Command and stuff.
Yeah. Tank Command's the only one I have that's not in a box.
It
sucks.
Some notes here, so next time I'm in your area, I know where to stop while you're at work, and it's okay. All right.
What?
So, I have my arcade stick that I made has
arcade stick. Here we go.
Here it is. It has both buttons on both sides of the stick, so you can play it lefty right.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm so proud of that stick.
It was a good bit of work, Willie, if you want to know.